Hey everyone. Okay, so I'm having a hard time figuring out what to say on this video because part of my issue is I don't want to just sit on here and be like, wah, Debbie Downer, wah. But the other part is I want you guys to know like exactly what I'm going through. I don't want to downplay how hard it is and how stressed out I am and how stressful the whole process is. So I'm just gonna try really hard to express myself, but not sound like just a constant complainer. So first off, I want to preface with I'm still loving the fact that I'm in nursing school and I'm headed down this path. Like I don't want to seem like I'm rethinking anything or I'm not loving it because I am. But fundamentals is slowly going to kill me. Fundamentals is incredibly difficult, not because it's hard concepts. It's difficult because, like, our test is Tuesday, and we're being tested on 7 chapters, and you have to figure out what's the most essential stuff that you need to know from each chapter because the chapters are so big, you can't possibly know all of it. So you're sitting here playing this like balancing act of, okay, I have to learn this stuff. I have to learn how to answer NCLEX style questions because that's all of our tests. That's all they're going to be is multiple choice NCLEX style questions. I have to really get my critical thinking skills up. But then I have 6 other classes, like 6 other classes that I have to think about. It's really hard to remember that fundamentals is not the only class you have. So that's where I'm at right now, is just finding the balance. Balance has always been something that's hard for me. I struggle with balance every semester. I struggle with balance in my own personal life. I will put my all into one thing and then everything else will suffer because I want to get really good at that thing. And what I'm learning is balance is the key to success. Like I need to schedule out my time. Time management has been so essential for me. I make my to-do lists almost every day or every other day. And then I have to literally schedule out, okay, from 6 to 7, you're going to do health assessment. From 7 to 8, you're going to do your dosage thing. From 8 to 9, you're going to do, this paper you have to write for this other class. So it's literally just scheduling every single hour out and figuring out, the best method or what's prioritizing, what's the most important thing to do at that time. So, I could literally just study fundamentals all the time and probably still not feel super confident. But what I decided to do, my friend and I decided we're going to make like outlines and use our outlines and then study like in all your textbooks how there's like little boxes that have key terms or have like examples or, like case studies or something like that. So we did our outlines. She did a lot of it, and then I did all the key terms for each chapter. And then we're studying the boxes together. And then we're going to sit together, and yet today, like, we sat for a little while and came up with like little stories and acronyms and stuff for different words. And she's really good at that, honestly. It's really good to find somebody who's creative with like stories, taking certain words and putting a little story with it to help you remember it, because it will help you remember. And especially the more funny and derogatory and obscene you make the story, the better. You'll never forget it. So yeah, we do that stuff all the time. I've been going to school with her for the past, how many semesters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 semesters. We did our prereqs, almost all of our prereqs together. And we transferred into this school together from another school, and we're just going all the way together. That's it. We're going all the way. We're walking across the stage together in 2 years, and that's it. So I'm so happy I have her. It's so good to have like a study partner or even like a little small group. I have a few other great girls in my classes and we all study together, and it's awesome. You can't get through nursing school by yourself. Don't even try. I mean, somebody probably can, but I don't know why you would. When you can just bounce ideas off each other, some people can, I'll do this study guide, I'll do this study guide, and put my stuff together, and then you can kind of like sit together and talk through things, and it just really helps you understand how to do stuff. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. I wanted to show you, I know most of you probably already know this, but I just wanted to show you how I do my slides. So like I told you the other day, I print out the slides and then I put the lines on the side to take notes, and then I highlight a bunch of stuff and take notes on the sides of the slides. So that's how I do my slides. I have each chapter broken down with the key terms and our little outline in the front, and then behind it is all of the slides that my teacher posted and what the notes I took on the slide during lecture. And I also go through the book and write notes on the slides from the book. So currently I'm studying those versus continuing to read and read and read and read and read over and over and over again, because I'm just reading it once to me was enough. And then now I just need to study the outlines, because I can't just read. I'm sorry. I can't just read and read and read over and over and over the same stuff. It just doesn't sink in. By the time I get 3 pages ahead of where I was, I completely forgot what was on the first page, because it's just so much information. So that, and then I also, because practice questions are so important to get used to doing NCLEX style questions, I downloaded the NCLEX RN Mastery app. I know you can't see it because it's really reflecty. Reflecty. I'm making up words. Okay, so it's pretty much just a question on a concept, just like an NCLEX question, multiple choice. You have to pick the rightist. That's the trick with NCLEX is there's a right answer and a wrong answer and 2 confusers, and you have to pick the rightist. Like there might be an instance where every single option is a right answer technically, but you have to pick the rightest answer for this specific situation. So that's what's difficult, is learning how to hone those skills, those critical thinking skills. This app was a lot of money. It was $30, but you know what? It has 380 questions just on fundamentals. It has a fundamentals section. It has med-surg. It has labor and delivery. It has peds, mental health, geriatric, everything. It has so many different sections. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Practice questions, studying my outlines, and studying the boxes and examples that are in the book. And we'll see. My test is on Tuesday. I'm going to continue to do this, and we'll see what kind of grade I get. And I guess next week, if you turn on my video and I'm bawling my eyes out, you know that I did not do as well as I wanted, and that I have to completely change the whole way I study everything, because this is the only way I know how. I can't imagine if I get a bad grade what I'm going to have to do to do anything different. I really don't know what else I could do. I don't know if I said this already, but I have 6 other classes besides fundamentals, but if I only had fundamentals, it would take up all my study time, because I have to force myself to do other classes. I could just study fundamentals the whole time because there's so much information. So the whole balancing thing, like just trying to figure out for my other classes what's the most important to do. I mean, my first test for fundamentals is next Tuesday, but then the following week I have a test in health assessment and pharmacology pretty much 2 days in a row, back to back. So I'm just trying to get a grasp on everything. I'm not sleeping at all. I'm not getting hardly any sleep. I've gotten between 3 and 5 hours of sleep a night for the past week. My body's really feeling it. Working on the weekends is tough. Fridays I go in later, so I can wake up Friday mornings and study, but I'm up, I work overnight, so Friday or Saturday morning when I get home from work, I go right to sleep, but then I have to be back at work at 2 p.m. on Saturday, and I work until 3 in the morning. It's like a 13-hour shift. So Friday, I actually went up in the office because I got cut early, and and my husband's my manager, so I went up in the office and waited for him to finish, and I fell asleep on my notes like this, and I was writing in colorful ink, and I had like ink all on the side of my mouth. So that was nice. That was just kind of like really a reality check for me that I need to get more sleep. But I haven't gotten more sleep. I keep telling myself to go to bed early every night, and then I'm still up until 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and then I get up at 6 or 7, sometimes 8, and get my butt to school. So yeah, it's really really getting tough. It's not for the faint of heart. I've heard that this is one of the hardest semesters, so we'll see. I'm definitely going to do a video for my meal prep because I finally meal prepped on Sunday, and it was really the best thing I could have done. It took me 2 hours. So this Sunday, I'm going to do a video about my meal prep because the hardest part is figuring out the best way to film it because I don't have any fancy schmancy equipment. You know, like I have my computer. This is what I film these videos on. And then I have a phone. So I'm going to figure out the best way to film it because I don't want to do a crappy video. Anyway, and then I guess I'll update you guys next week and let you know how my test went. And if I have anything else in between now and next week that comes up that I feel like I really need to tell you guys, I will. Thank you so much for letting me vent. And please don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for all your encouraging words and you guys commenting on my videos. It makes me feel really good. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful weekend. See you later. Bye.